Hello, today I am going to tell you about the iPhone released in different type. Welcome to my channel. If you are watching first time to our channel, don't forget to subscribe. First iPhone released on June 29, 2007. It had a 3.5 display screen, was 11.6 mm thick, and had a staggering 16 GB of storage. It had a 128 MB memory, which was fairly impressive, and weighed just 135 grams. Hardly after 1 year, July 11, 2008, it released iPhone 3G, which took place before the App Store. Apple released the phone you have all been waiting for. It had 3G connectivity and a base storage of 8 GB, small compared to its predecessor, though it was originally released with 16 GB and 32 GB versions instead. It was 12.3 mm thick, weighed 133 grams, had a 3.5 display screen and a 2MP camera, along with a 128 MB memory. The differences between the iPhone 3 and the original iPhone were slight, except for the App Store and its 3G connectivity. Even so, it sold 1 million units in the first weekend of its release. Less than 11 months after the groundbreaking iPhone 3, Apple, riding the success of the previous version, released the iPhone 3GS on June 19, 2009.
1 year and 5 days on June 24, 2010, they released iPhone 4. With 9.3 mm thickness and a 3.5-inch display and a 5.0 MP camera, and 512 MB memory, Apple just increased and improved its product in all dimensions. Not more than 1 year, the iPhone 4S was released on October 14, 2011, with an 8MP camera, 64 GB storage, and digital personal assistant Siri, along with 1080p video recording. Selling 4 million units in its first week. On September 21, 2012, it released iPhone 5 with revolutionary changes with 1 GB memory, LTE connectivity, and Lightning connectors. Even more successful than its predecessor, it sold 5 million units sold in its first week. Newer versions of this model, the 5C and 5S, were released roughly a year later, on September 30, 2013. With slow-motion video capture, dual flash, Touch ID, 4-inch display, and 8.0 MP camera. While the iPhone 5C, released in several different colors, had features similar to the iPhone 5S's, it still sold over 9 million units, collectively. September 19, 2014, Apple introduced iPhone 6 and 6 Plus with S-Retina HD display, 128 GB storage, 5.5-inch display plus, and 10 million sales in the first week. Another huge success for Apple, with a 12MP camera, and 2 GB memory, an all-out improvement for Apple's technology, as it grew and grew to levels beyond the previous iPhones, and many of its rival phone companies. iPhone 6, the SE, was released on March 31, 2016 AD, everything but the iPhone 6s 3D Touch. It was a cheaper version of the iPhone, which people really loved but quickly forgot about. iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, September 16, 2016. Months after the iPhone SE, on September, Apple introduced the iPhone 7. It had a 16 GB space option, 32 GB and 256 GB storage, dual camera, and that beautiful jet black color. This was when Apple removed the headphone jack to replace earbuds with earpods and a wireless converter. This phone became a huge number of pre-orders and successful than before. September 17, 2017, iPhone 8 and 8 Plus was released. Users had already grown used to the non-headphone jack lifestyle and enjoyed the phone's great photo editing and photo filtering. The introduction of the glass cover on the phone's back and wireless charging made this a win-win situation. The True Tone display turned out to be a genuine improvement as well. iPhone X, November 3, 2017. Portrait mode, an extra front-facing camera, an improved display resolution made people fall in love with this phone instantly. However, as Apple removed the phone's home button, they did get some occasional dirty looks. In terms of price, it is slightly higher. The iPhone XS and XS Max were released on September 21, 2018. These had a Super Retina HD display, awesome looks, and an awesome camera. However, Apple did take the 789 jokes quite literally, as there was no iPhone 9, ever. The iPhone XR was another version of this model. Released only a month later, October 26, 2018, it was announced with the iPhone X. This phone was smaller than the XS and XS Max but was bigger than the 7 and 8 Plus. It wasn't as groundbreaking or as special as the X or the XS, but a color, more affordable option, which did succeed, but everyone agreed it wasn't as good as the X, XS, or the XS Max. September 20, 2019, the day a man Naruto ran, in Area 51, Apple announced the least expensive addition to its annual line, yet a running contender for 2019's most famous and popular phone. 11 and 12 megabytes cameras on the back and ultra-wide lenses, made this an instant winner. That same day, Apple released the iPhone 11 Pro, a slightly bigger iPhone with a prominent triple camera back. This phone made headlines as it released, mostly in the meme world. The 11 Pro offered a Super Retina XDR display, with three 12 megabytes cameras, but with fewer color options. Also on this same day, Apple released its most expensive phone to date, the iPhone 11 Pro Max. The Pro Max featured a Super HD Retina XDR display, basically the same as the iPhones 11 and 11 Pro, but with a considerably larger screen, proving to be just enough of an advance to rack up many buyers on its release, regardless of its price. On October 13, 2020, Apple announced their follow-up to the iPhone 11, the 12 and 12 mini with edge-to-edge Super Retina XDR displays and a new ceramic shield cover powered by an A14 Bionic chip, and with a dual-camera system capable of shooting HDR video on Dolby Vision on an ultra-wide camera and a new wide camera. The 12 boasted the best video quality of any smartphone on the market at that time. It had 5G connectivity,